Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and to a brand new era here at EliteFUT FC, guys. And you might think, what are you talking about, Leo? Well, welcome to the first ever episode of the EliteFUT podcast. That is something I've always wanted to do ever since I started the channel. We have built a little bit of a following. We're about to hit 10,000 subscribers, so we do appreciate you for the support. And for the people that have been following us from day one, you already know what we are all about. We are football fanatics, soccer fanatics, whatever you want to call it, guys. We are fans of the game at the end of the day. And I've always wanted to blend a little bit of reality to FIFA as well. We majorly been a review channel for players, as you can see throughout our history. If you are a new watcher, we review as much cards as possible during all the promotions of FIFA 23, FIFA 22, and FIFA 21 as well. And we're gonna keep going, guys. EA FC 24 is gonna be released very soon, and expect a lot of content over that video game. But for this, guys, this is gonna be a weekly thing, either Friday or Sunday. I do want to take out 10, 20, maybe 30 minutes of your day and just talk to you about football, talk to you about FIFA, talk to you about promotions, whatever is going on in either the video game world or the real life world. Everything's going to be blended on this channel. And I was going to start this podcast during the World Cup, but then I was like, no, I can't do that. I don't want to jinx Argentina. For the people that follow me, I'm from Argentina. That was such a great month there between November and December, man. Beautiful 2 months there for the Argentinian fans. And so I've been delaying this, but what a way to start episode number 1, tying it with the GOAT's debut. As you see, guys, on the title, Messi's debut reactions. If you can hear by my voice, it is a little bit scratchy. Usually I don't sound like that, but I never thought in my life I would be yelling an Inter Miami FC goal, man. And that's what happened, and that's what happened with me. That's what happened with Ave, the other my friend that's running this channel as well. And yeah, let's get into this, guys. I'm very excited to bring you my reactions, my thoughts, and everything on this match. I actually took 2 hours of my Friday night to watch an MLS game, which I thought I would never ever do unless I was live. I have been to a couple FC Dallas and LAFC games, and they're pretty darn good. But for the most part, I stick to European soccer. But Messi has changed that. Messi has changed that for a lot of people. And his debut was today. Obviously, guys, as the whole world is buzzing by the debut of Lionel Messi, man. I thought it was pretty funny because even Price Picks, they had a betting line over 0.5 goals for Messi, and I didn't want to bet on that because I knew he wasn't going to be starting. That was the plan all along from Tata Martino. He was going to play for 30 minutes. So, I watched the game, try to familiarize with the players of Inter Miami and Cruz Azul. I've been aware of the club ever since Gonzalo Higuain debuted. I know he's their leading scorer, which Messi should overtake probably in a season and a half, to be honest. But that was my first exposure to Inter Miami. And now I was looking at their Instagram. They have 10.8 million followers. And before the Messi announcement, they only had like 1.2, which is insane amount of growth. And I am one of those followers, guys. I actually did follow them on Instagram and Twitter as well. And that is what Messi brings to you, man. But let's talk about the game, guys. First 57 minutes. Very classic stuff. Back and forth. Actually, a very fun match. Inter Miami did get up in the 44th minute thanks to Taylor's goal. It was a pretty nice goal. Nothing much more to say. I was very impressed by the Inter Miami goalkeeper. I don't even know his name, actually, but he was pretty impressive. He did save a couple of great shots from Cruz Azul. And let's be honest, I think Cruz Azul played a little bit better than Miami, but I read a tweet. Cruz Azul was better than Inter, but they weren't better than Messi, man. And that was a perfect tweet to conclude this game, man. And yeah, his name is Dennis D. Calendar. I don't even know what his name is. That's crazy, man. I should do my research before talking to you guys. But yeah, man, he was a pretty good goalkeeper. He did have a crazy save in the first half and in the second half to keep the game 1-1. Actually, Antuna tied up the game, which was pretty interesting because Cruz Azul had a couple of good chances. I can tell you right now, Inter Miami needs a defensive upgrade. Their defense is not that good. I don't know if Inter Miami fans want to chime in if you watch MLS regularly, but their defense is their Achilles heel. I can already tell, man. They make so many mistakes in the back, and if Cruz Azul had a better number 9, I think they would have probably scored a couple more goals. But I'm glad they didn't, because after the 57th minute, we already know what happened. Lionel Messi made his debut, man, and I was so excited. I was telling my girlfriend while we were watching the game, I'm like, just enjoy, man, just enjoy. And she doesn't really watch soccer, but she was even anxious to see what Messi could do in the MLS. I had high expectations as well, and I'm glad he met them, man. He was just making those guys look silly, man, with this passing, with this vision, with this dribbling, and that's just crazy. That just shows you the caliber of player that Europeans versus MLS brings, guys, and that's why a lot of players are going to Europe. And I'm glad USA is actually realizing that and sending more players to Europe, because that is the result of what you're seeing now, of them just making that big jump in their World Cup aspirations. And then Mexico, they're not really sending that many, and that's why they have been struggling just a little bit. But they did win the Gold Cup, so hopefully that serves as motivation. But back to Messi, guys. Fantastic player, man. Obviously he's a fantastic player. I don't know why do I have to reiterate that, but what I saw from him was just what Inter Miami was missing during the first 57 minutes. Just patience, vision on the field. He gave some incredible through balls to Joseph Martinez and a couple other players, Jedlin as well. But obviously they kind of messed up the last play to finish into a goal. So yeah, they're gonna have to work on that, because Messi's gonna find them, and Messi's gonna make them better. And that is what I expect Joseph Martinez to at least score a couple more, probably like 20 goals this upcoming next season, unless Luis Suarez. If Luis Suarez comes in, I think that might cut into Joseph Martinez playing time. But yeah, Joseph Martinez needs to step up. He's gonna score a lot of goals, because Messi's gonna open up a lot of spaces for him, just like he did against Cruz Azul. And then that moment of magic happened, guys. In the 90th minute, 91st minute, the Cruz Azul player actually was a little bit too reckless, fouled Messi outside the box, and you already knew that Cruz Azul was in trouble, man. You do not want to foul Messi in that area. I've seen so many free kicks from watching him in Barcelona, watching him in PSG. Well, honestly, I really didn't watch him that much in PSG, just because after the World Cup they were booing him. I was really not a big fan of that. But in Argentina as well, man, he is a free kick maestro, and I had a lot of hope. I had a feeling, man. I knew he was going to be close to either hitting the target, hitting a shot on target, or hitting the post, but I did not expect to see what happened with the upper 90. Beautiful, and I mean beautiful, curled shot with his left foot to walk off with the victory, man. You don't see a lot of buzzer beaters or game winners in football in the 91st minute, but Messi's not a stranger to that. We all know what he did against Real Madrid a couple of years ago, making that golazo after we all thought it was going to be a tie game. Jordi Alba passed it to Messi. Messi finessed it to the lower right corner of Keylor Navas. And yeah, man, that was absolutely insane. And this is another walk off for the greatest of all time, Lionel Messi, man. That is why also my voice is a little bit scratchy. I did yell that goal more than I thought I was going to. But yeah, man, Messi is Messi. He is gonna do Messi things, and that is what propelled Inter to beat Cruz Azul. And great stuff from the Argentinian. And I'm very excited to see the next game from Inter Miami, which is on the 25th of July against Atlanta United. That's going to be a pretty good matchup. You got Messi versus Almada. And that's going to be pretty good, because Almada is a very interesting prospect for the Argentina national team. He already won the World Cup riding the bench, but hey, he won the World Cup. He's a quality player, so I'm excited to see that matchup. Messi versus Almada, 10 versus 10. So that should be pretty interesting. And before I wrap up this Inter Miami talk, I want to give a big shout out to Busquets, man. Busquets is a game changer. He still has it. I know he has lost a little bit of what he used to have, but I mean, that's obviously just due to age. But he's the one that changed the game, and I know a lot of people are going to be talking about Messi, but you have to give your props to Busquets. He was finding the right place, right passes at the right time. He was having the patience of the team. He was controlling the tempo of the game. And that's what you want from your number 5, is just controlling the pace of the game, and that is exactly what he did. He kept feeding Messi on exceptional passes, man, and that's the one quality that Busquets is going to bring to the team that's not a lot of people are going to be talking about, but it's going to be the entry pass, the calmness, the composure to get your team forward, get the right passes in, and break that defense. So yeah, Busquets also, I would give him a 10 out of 10 performance as well, even though he only played 30 minutes. When they get into shape, it's going to be scary, man, because Jordi Alba's coming in, Iniesta's coming in, Busquets, Messi, when they all get into shape, the MLS is in big trouble. And now, guys, we shift our focus to none other than the most controversial decision EA have made in years when it comes to their FIFA franchise, and that is putting Futties in packs, man. For the players that have been playing for several years, you already know what Futties is all about. One of the more fun periods and promotions to end off a successful FIFA Ultimate Team. And what does EA go ahead and do? They put the best players in packs, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've seen a lot of divided opinion on this decision, and I already gave you my opinion in the Joe Gomez review that I did post earlier in the channel, and I'm not really a big fan of it, man. I knew Di Maria was coming. I saw his leak and I was so excited to play with him. I was so excited to do him because his team of the season card is one of my favorite cards in the game. I was getting ranked 2 with this team of the season, and it was just absolutely insane from that cam and striker role. So I was already getting my team prepared for that, man. I had the fodder, I had some packs as well to complete it as fast as possible and get you the review, and which I did do the review on a short. If you do want to go see it, I was able to manage to get my hands on him, but I would really I had my goal set for him to be the first review, and what happens, they put him in packs, man. And people online have been saying this has killed the hype of Futties, and I mean, I don't disagree with them, because it does kill a little bit of the hype for me, because I know if I see a leak of, let's say, Lionel Messi or an Mbappe, I know they're not going to be SBCs, but they're going to be in packs. I mean, and what's the percentage of packing them? 0.00001. That's very unfortunate, and I think a very bad decision to put them in packs. But I guess if you want to spend some FIFA coins or FIFA points, or you want to spend some of the last remaining FIFA coins that you have in order to pack one of these Futties, go ahead, guys. Again, it's a game. You don't have to save up 10 million coins. I know a lot of people just save them, but then what, in 40 days you're not even going to be using that account anymore, especially if you do plan on getting EA FC 24. So yeah, that's something to think about if you do want to. The current prices on this cards, I'm searching them up right now. Di Maria is going for 2.7 million. That is pretty expensive. Ronaldo's extinct with a buy now of 15 million. So you know, if you pack them, I would honestly sell them, guys, and just use the 15 million on something else. Alvarez 2.6, that's pretty darn good. Gomez 1 million, Benacer 300k, and Jetson Fernandez is coming out at 100k. We did review all the cards except for Ronaldo, so if you do want to go check out these incredible footy cards, definitely go check our channel. We did review on video and short format. We are reviewing on short format for those people that have been following us for a while. We have shifted to that, and also video format. So yeah, that's pretty darn good from the Futties. Players are amazing. I really like the selection, but just the decision of putting them in packs is not ideal for me. Another thing I want to talk about is batch number 1, guys. How bad is batch number 1. I trust me, guys. It's not gonna be a complaining podcast, guys. I'm not Ave. I'm not my friend. My friend does complain just a little bit about FIFA, and for me, I'm mostly a positive person. I do enjoy playing FIFA. I have been playing FIFA since the early 2002 days of the World Cup in GameCube, and then I'm not gonna be talking trash about them or the game, but just I want to give you a comparison of batch number 1 from FIFA 22 as opposed to FIFA 23, and just the amount of cards that we're getting this year is insane. And it's just not as good as last year, man. Last year they hit the mark. I believe they had so many better cards than batch number 1. I've opened probably around 20 packs today, and I think I've packed probably 10 Centurions and 3 rule breakers, and they have all been trash. I know batch number 1 should be, I remember when was it, 2019, guys. That was probably one of the best batches that they have ever released, because I remember I was opening packs. I was getting team of the season players. I was getting team of the year, best future stars, etc. I was getting way better players, higher rated as well, to hit for the fodder. That's one thing, guys, because if you're releasing cards from earlier promotions, make sure you take out the sucky ones, because you don't want to be packing who's the low rated, that 85 Italian Centurion. I forgot his name. You don't want to be packing that. Like, why would you want that card when you could get like a Trent Alexander, for example, Centurion? I wish they could take the lower rated cards, because again, I'd rather just not even pack them, because they're going to be the same value as a rare gold pack. So that's one thing that I did notice the difference of. A lot of cards, but just not good value. The cards are crazy, man. Definitely go check out our review on these amazing Futties cards. And about Futties, hopefully it gets better, man. Hopefully they make up with the packs by just releasing some crazy SBCs. Son is pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie to you. We did review that card as well, so if you do want to go check that out, you definitely can. 100% worth it. I think if Son was on the market, he probably would be around 700 to 900k. So EA pricing this card are around 550 to 600k is pretty darn good, and we're not gonna pay 600k for Son. We already have level up cards, we have team of the season cards, we have a lot of fodder that EA released in the level up promotion. So use that. Use some fodder. Again, it's the end of the year. Have some fun. Go create cards and try out cards that you don't think you would be using when you're playing competitive. And that's my best advice for you guys. But anyways, that will conclude the very first episode of this EliteFUT podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed the topics that we talked about. We talked about MESSI, we talked about Futties, and hopefully next week we have some great topics as well. Let me know down in the comment section if you have any questions over anything, man. FIFA, real life, I will definitely will be answering it for you guys. And if you subscribe, let me know. I'll shout you out in the next video. But anyways, yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week, guys.